Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beer Review. So, this was gifted to me by the very kind Mr. Beary Beast in the East off Instagram, but he's also on Twitter and YouTube under slightly variations of the same theme, to be fair. It is not Augustin Grand Cru. It is a stout. Now, like me, I'm absolutely shite at putting fucking names on bottles. And half the time you go to a bottle and you think, well, I know it's not cola, because it won't be in the shed if it was cola. So, I'll grab a tin opener from somewhere. There we go. And so it's going to be a stout. So, I think it's about 5%. So, we're in the realms of... one, I should have looked on Instagram before I came on, which I'll just do now, quickly. Just to try and, although Instagram's deadly for me, people have contacted me and they can't get through, and people do, and they can get through, and I don't understand Instagram. It's a funny old beast. And again, yeah, for some reason it's just not letting me through. Right, so luckily I had it on a different thing. So if it's a cherry impy, it's 11.5%. If it's a coffee stout, it's 5.5%. If it's a vanilla impy, then that's 11%. So here we go. This is, I mean, if it's an impy, if it's coffee stout, I'm all good with that. If it's a cherry impy, hey. Nice bit of smoke out the top there. Just chuck my rubbish away. Thought I got cherry then. Oh, yes, cherry. Oh, look at that. It looks fake. Oh, it's like a little Christmas present. Just, you know, is it really bad that I get such a smile when it's an impet? Big cherry flavours coming through it. There's a bit in there now. It's been sat here a few weeks now. I can't remember when it was. Possibly about a month ago, or maybe even longer. Yeah, around about a month. So yeah, black pour, a finger and a half of like a tan head on this. Now, be honest with yourselves. When I worked at Sainsbury's, when a new beer came in, I was like a kid in a sweet shop. New beer, wine, not so much the spirits because I couldn't afford 40 quid on a bloody new whiskey. But wines under a tenner, yeah, I was good at. Beers and ciders and lagers, definitely. And especially if a crate got busted somewhere in transmission. So I definitely got a cherry, but I'm also getting a whiff of vanilla. So that's getting me wondering which is which. Yeah, that feels like cherry to me. Tastes like cherry rather. It's quite nice and thick, for a homebrew. And asking directly to Mr. Beary Beast in the East, is that all grain or is that kit? I presume it's all grain because that's a nice thickness. I've got to be honest. If homebrewers are doing stuff like this, then some of the breweries out there need to up their game because this is bloody delicious. Hey, oh, I've had a great day in the garden. After yesterday, I was a bit, this is going to go on Good Friday as well. After yesterday, I was a bit emotional, upset. Like a lot of people, you know, we all get emotional, upset. I've seen a lot of comments. I need to read through the comments. I haven't read through them today because I've had a busy day as well. I've been gardening, two different gardens, then cake deliveries, fucking cake deliveries. And then I've come back and spent the rest of the day doing my garden, front garden, back garden, just getting it ready for the summer, because the summer, I so love the summer these days. It's like getting out in the garden, enjoying the warmth. We've had a cold winter, we've had a cold house. And just to get in the warmth on a dry night, the ground's really moist. The soil, my soil in my garden's really moist. Can't be a moist soil, can you? But moist patch, as it were. We'll call it a patch. There's a hint of smokiness on the nose. This cherry, there's a hint of smoke. Why the hell has that been sat there so long without me cracking it open? But on a Good Friday, it's been a Good Friday. I've had a good Friday. You know, keep, you know, positivity, negativity, stress. I went to bed last night and I was a little bit, maybe I'd had one or two. Well, I wasn't steaming, I was just had a nice amount, as it were. My nice amount is something like 3 times what everybody else drinks, but not really. I can't drink that much. I really can't. You'd think, being a beer reviewer, that you can handle your beers. The truth of the matter is, no. No, I still can't handle my beer. I still get absolutely thumped on 2 pints, especially when it's a new beer that I've never had before. And yet when I'm drinking something I brewed myself, like an Imperial Stout, I can drink a couple of litres and it's not hitting me. And again, it's all down, I personally think it's down to your brain's like a computer. It knows it's had it before, and it compensates for that. When you're drinking something and different beers or things you've not had before, even if it's a small amount, it wallops you. That's what I find. Am I right or wrong? I don't know. I don't know. I've never looked into the scientifics behind it. Not that I really would, anyway. You know, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. It's positive day. And look at this. It's a little beauty. Look at good lacing on the glass. It's a lovely cherry, lovely smokiness. I kind of opened that one behind me, the other one, because I've got another one from Beary Beast in the East, this bottle, and I'm kind of hoping now it's the vanilla. I mean, I'm all good with it being another cherry, to be fair, but better not go up the house steaming, you know. The wife's been doing cakes all day, and bless her, she's done a lot of cakes this week. Our electric bill's ridiculous, and then you get family members taking the mick, you know, wanting cakes but not really paying for them. And sometimes, you know, in life you've got to pay what you pay, and I've told her, you've got to up your prices, you know, you've got to make them pay for not only the ingredients but the electric as well. If you want to do it for free, that's yours, but we can't be subsidising people's fancy cakes, you know, literally super fancy cakes, and they're getting them for, you know, literally a silly price. I mean, my wife does not charge enough for cakes as it is. The cakes she does, if yes, she's not a commercial. She's a hobbyist cake maker, but the effort and time that goes in, she should be charging a hell of a lot more. Nothing's for free in this world. Although this was sent to me for free, so in some ways I've just kind of diluted what I've just said, but you know what I mean. And the good thing is, because it's a homebrew beer, I can talk. I'm not hurting anybody's commercial brew, you know. And yeah, I mean, I'm really thankful to Mr. Beary Beast in the East, you know, his kindness. At a time, we've had a lot of struggling this year, you know. If you watch that car video, you'll know that we just seem to have been kicked. While we're down, we've just been given another kick. And, you know, we'll not always be down. You know, at some stage we'll come up fighting. And on that side of things, the power of the internet and the power of social media will come into play. And I might not get my money back, but I'll damn well sure not let it rest. And it's about time, companies, if you do something wrong, you put your hands up and you say, it's on me, I'll pay for it. And you know, it's got to be the way. You cannot get away with doing stuff and there'd be no reciprocation. If I mowed somebody's garden and wrecked their bloody lawn, or did something, I would put it right. In my own expense, put it right. It is what it is, I suppose. I don't know. It bugs me, but what can I do? Oh my giddy aunts. That is absolutely delicious. To Mr. Beary Beast in the East, that is stunning. I can't remember if you said you did it from a kit or grain, or you've used an Imperial Stout kit and you've added flavours and stuff. But that's amazing. It gives me hope with some of the homebrew stuff that I've done, that it's going to be amazing, you know, hopefully. I'm barrel aging now. I've got 2 in the barrel now. I've got a 3rd and 4th to go in the barrel, because our wedding renewal vows are a celebration of 25 years of marriage, you know. We've never had it easy. You know, and in a lot of life, nobody has it really easy. Some people have it very easy, you know. But we've had to scrimp for everything we've got. We seem to be, the look side of things seems to be against us at times, which is really, you know, it's downheartening. But July the 14th for me is a celebration of a celebration of our lives. She gets to show off her cakes, gets to organise the wedding that she wanted 25 years ago, but other people took over, and she never really got a say, not in the dress, cars, venue, or anything really. Me, I'm quite laid back on it, you know. It's not as important for me to do it in that way. Where the thing that is important for me to do is for it to be held at my workplace, and literally 3 years ago, at this moment 3 years ago, I was at a fucking dark moment in life. A dark moment where I was being bullied, and I do mean bullied, by somebody with massive issues. And I pray that he has sorted himself out and realises that what he did wrong. You look in the mirror. We all look in the mirror. If you're somebody who drinks too much, who gambles too much, who and I hope not, hits their wife or is abusive, verbally, mentally, and hopefully not the physical side. I've seen the physical side as a child. Same with children, you know, and again, you know, if you are doing things, being physically, mentally abusive and verbally abusive to your children, and even worse, you know, I'm not going to go down that route because I don't want to know about certain things, you know. You know, the courage to admit that you're in the wrong. And if it comes to that stage where you have done wrong and you need to go to a police station and hand yourself in, do you know, obviously the people that you've affected may never respect you for that because you've done what you've done. But saying that, by doing that, there's an inner peace that you know. Most people are good people. Most people are products of their environment. They'll do something wrong, and they can't get out of that, and they never really solve that issue. And by admitting and going forward, when none of us are perfect, we never, not one of us on this planet is perfect. Far from it myself, far from it. I look at myself, I worry and stress over the smallest of things. I let things get to me. I overthink everything, but that because of what happened 3 years ago, that really affected me, and it really got into my head, and it's very difficult to get some stuff out. When someone talks to me and says something in a way that you think, hold on a minute, what are you saying? And I take it away and I'm dissecting what they've said. Am I right? Am I wrong? It's hard to know. You know, some people just say shit and, you know, they get it wrong. You know, they say stuff that's fucking hurtful and cuntish without realising they're being hurtful and cuntish. But they're genuinely decent people. And yeah, that can be a situation, obviously. But yeah, it's life. Life is it's a tough old thing at times, and you know, having money to do things. You know, I mean, there's people that say, "Oh, I've won 3 million. I wish I hadn't won that 3 million." You fucking give that to 99.9% of the population, and they would not waste it on stupid things. They'd spend it wisely, and they'd live a great life. Yeah, I always piss me off when you hear people say that. If we won the lottery, we would do good, because that's the people we are. We would give responsibly to family members and friends. We would never give somebody who's, say, got a drug problem or even a drink problem and give them the free will to fucking drown themselves and kill themselves. You would, knowing that they've got that sort of problem, and if it's a mental problem, get them the help they require. Gambling, you know, again, you would not give somebody who you know gambles a lot money to gamble more money away. So, words of wisdom. Got to be the most different beer reviewer on the planet. I don't think there's anybody. Scott, our man Scott, he does a lot of philosophical stuff as well, and I think Craig does as well, to be fair. And I think we are probably the three very different, and probably me, you know, the most different, shall we say, unique out of a lot of us. Well, we're all different. We've all got personalities, and that's the great thing about beer reviews, because we have a drink. Oh, fucking hell! It smells amazing. So I'll get back to the beer. And I'm doing the next one as well because I haven't got to go back up the arse. The wife's doing cakes. You know, she knows I'm probably doing a review or doing something in the garden. I've tasted commercial homebrew, commercial Imperial Stouts. That fucker is immense. It's got a beautiful cherry flavour to it, and wow, the nose, the flavour, the smoke, the look of it, the good lacing around the glass. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's got me talking. Talking's good. If there's anything the Vaggy Beer channel has done, one, it's not got me rich because I spend a lot on beer, and I have to be careful because obviously my pennies these days, because of obviously lots of other things going off, they're shrinking at a monotonous rate, but or a big rate rather, whatever. But the joy from something like this is not to be underestimated. Brewing your own beer, the joy from brewing your own beer. If it turns out like this, you've got a massively classy beer that's comparable to what commercial brewers are doing. I know that friends of mine who are commercial brewers who work, you know, commercial brewers, and I do mean some top class brewers. If I'm looking round, the brewers that I know, the likes of Bang the Elephant, Emperor's Brewery himself, they would rate that. Absolutely. So, would I drink it again? Oh, fucking hell, yes, of course fucking would. It's fucking lovely. Out of 5? Well, there's the question. All day long, a good 4.68 out of 5. You know, in essence, it's fucking brilliant. Cheers, all. Hope you enjoyed the chat and the beer review.